Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to give you a video all about cooking meatloaf on the Blackstone and my recipe. Stay tuned. Roll that intro. Alright, the first thing is I have here approximately 1.5 pounds of ground beef, a half a green pepper, and a half of an onion. I don't use those really hot ones. I use a mild, kind of sweet onion. And of course, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning, and Italian breadcrumbs, and milk, and 1 egg. So let's get started mixing it together. Okay, I got the green pepper and onion in there. I just sprinkle, I'm like my grandma, sprinkle a little dab of pepper in there. I wouldn't even begin to tell you how much is in there. And maybe half a teaspoon of salt. And I love to put the Italian seasoning. It just gives it a good flavor. So I'd say maybe a tablespoon of that. Now garlic powder, go easy baby. Maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon. And here on the breadcrumbs, I like about a cup of those in there. I know, it probably looks like more than a cup. Okay, I got my egg in there. And then I put my milk. And really, as my mom always said, you just kind of judge it. I got maybe a little over 1/4. I tell you, I'm not good on measurements. My mom's recipes were a little dab of this, a little smidge of that. And that's how she cooked. Let me know in the comments. How many people's mothers or grandmothers used to do that? A little dab of this and a little smidge of that. Now, I just put my hands in there and mix it all together. You can put it in the mixer and let it do it. Because I got one of those big stand mixers. And I've used it to mix it up. And sometimes I just go ahead and mix it up with my hands. So, let me get this mixed up. And as you can see, I got it all mixed up. And by the way, this is the same meatloaf that I made at the Mayberry meetup that everyone loved. And darn it, I did not make enough of it. Lesson learned. Now Jim will be putting this on the Blackstone here in a minute. And now for the topping, it is nothing but ketchup and brown sugar. The light brown sugar. And I just kind of mix it a little half and half. Stir it up real good. And the last part of the cooking process is when we put that on there. So let's get started. And we'll put this on the grill and get it a-cooking for you. So make sure that you get everything all thoroughly mixed over and over together. You don't want some places where there's not any green peppers or onions. And I do like them, I don't like them chopped fine. I like to be able to see the chunks of green pepper and onion. That's just the way we prefer it. You could chop them up any finer, real fine if you want to, whatever. And by the way, ain't this a pretty board? My good friend Michael Howe from the Wandering Wood Whisperer made that for my birthday. Some places I've seen they call them noodle boards, but I really love it because it kind of like gives you a little extra counter space because it sits right over top of my stove. Hey, if you want one of these, let me know and I'll hook you up with the guy that made these. He can make them different colors or whatever. And I love it here in the RV. It just gives me another cooking counter space. And it's got that country look, which I really love. And it's made out of pallets. Yep, pallet boards. And this guy is so talented. You just won't believe it. He has amazing talent. I'm going to show you something else right quick. For my birthday the year before, he made these little wooden coasters. Those are all different types of woods. And seriously, at this moment, I cannot remember how many different kinds of woods. Some of them are like exotic woods. Isn't that a gorgeous cutting board? I mean, it is simply beautiful. Such a talented man. I mean, God has given him a wonderful gift. Right now, they're remodeling their house, and oh my, it is just gorgeous. His detail he puts into everything. All right, let's get back to making this meatloaf. We're going to be cooking this meatloaf on a 22-inch Blackstone Adventure Ready grill, and as you can see, I just put them in that the throwaway aluminum pan, and I cover it with meatloaf. Not cover it with meatloaf. Blooper. Cover it with aluminum foil. Yeah, there's your blooper. And what temperature we got it on?
Medium high.
We got it on medium high, and we check it. We check it every 15 minutes. And as you can see, we also have it on the rack because you do not want to put this flat on the grill. It will burn that bottom every time, unless you like having a burnt bottom. But we have an old, what that is, it's just one of those racks that you use to, like a cooling rack for your cookies and cupcakes and stuff. That's all that is. I had one of them and it worked out fine. And then we use these wind guards. And you get those at Dollar Tree. They're just food scrapers. And it blocks all the wind. And as you can see, we got them all the way around. We learned this idea from Michael Howe, the Wandering Wood Whisperer. That guy is so full of information. He is smart and talented. But we got it on medium high. And we'll check it again here in 15 minutes. But usually it takes approximately just a little over an hour to cook. I learned my lesson at the Mayberry meetup. 2 meatloaves did not work. Next year is 5. See y'all at 12 when we check back on it. This is what it looks after 30 minutes. It's not done. It's plain to see. And all that fat around there, it won't hurt a thing. But cover it back up and go another 30 minutes at the same temperature. Okay, it has been 1 hour. Yeah, Tucker's in the RV getting mad. Alright, we'll take the fork and we test it. Yep, it's done. Alright, this process here is half light brown sugar and half ketchup. And we just cover and smother the top of the meatloaf till all that sauce is on there. Like I said, this is how I made it at the Mayberry meetup, and Jim cooked it on the Blackstone. And after this sauce is put on, we leave it uncovered, and I like to keep it on there uncovered and keep it on the grill probably maybe about another 15 to 20 minutes. And it is ready to eat. But this is what we're cooking here on Christmas Day. We're here in sunny, warm Florida. I'll do a video on this campground. But it's been we've had really good weather. But that's what it looks like. I mean, you smother the top of it. Oh, it smells so good. Alright, it's been somewhere between approximately 10 and 15 minutes. And this baby is ready to come off the grill. I wish y'all could smell this. Smell-o-vision. Wow. So I challenge you to try this. Cook a meatloaf on the Blackstone. Actually, we cook biscuits on the Blackstone. One thing I like to learn how to do, if it's possible, cook a cake or cupcakes on the Blackstone. Whatever you can do on your stove and oven, you can pretty well do on the Blackstone. So let's go eat this. Now, look at that meatloaf. Isn't it yummy? Isn't it good? So, I challenge everyone to try it. Cook that meatloaf on the Blackstone. You'll never want another one cooked in the oven. Moist, tender, and good. Ask the people at the Mayberry Meetup. They'll vouch for it. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.